Cristiano Ronaldo is a net negative moving forward. There's too much of a focus on the man when he's on the pitch because he commands that presence.
And because of Cristiano, we lose to France. Quarterfinal predictions here with my guy Breton. First video here, filming with you in person. How are you feeling, mate?
I'm tired, jet lagged. No, I'm not. How can you be? We got to watch the Portugal game. We've gotten to watch a little bit. I mean, we've done a fair bit of sightseeing because we have the family here with us. But it is awesome to be here. I think we have to shout out where we're at, right?
Yes, we're at Mirage, and they allowed us to be here in a business lounge.
I think we're in Luka's suite, right? Where the Croatian team is. Yes. We are in their business lounge.
Well, yes, the Croatian national team, when they played Portugal in a friendly, they came to this hotel. So shout out to Mirage, and thank you for allowing us to be here. But you clicked on this video, and if you clicked like this video, go bold and try to guess the results that we're going to be talking about here, because we're about to go bold. We're going to be talking France-Portugal at the end. So if you people want France-Portugal, you might as well go to the end. But we have to start with the best teams in Euro 2024. Spain and Germany, both are the best. You agree with me?
I do. I do. You would have expected heading into this that it would be the France games, the England games, all those major favorite games, Portugal with that roster. You would have expected that it would have been those games that would have been the entertaining, the ones that had you on the edge of your seat. And there is still time for that to happen.
It will.
But no, it has been Spain.
Yes.
It has been Germany. They have both been electric. And we said it when we recorded recently. It's an absolute crying shame.
True.
That they meet each other in the quarterfinals here because one of them's going home.
It's true. And both had tough tests. Spain confidently beat Georgia. Okay, Kvaratskhelia, Mamarchvili, Mikautadze. We will not forget their impact in this competition, which it was significant. But Spain until now have only suffered one goal. One goal. Luis de la Fuente, Marco Curella, Carvajal, Laporte, Lenormand. Unai Simon is now perceived as a top goalkeeper, just like Diogo Costa. But Unai Simon is now a much well-known name than he was previously. So Spain are a team to watch, and obviously it's the big topic. And people put down below your choice in this. I'm going to ask Breton, but I want to know your choice. So Breton, if you had to pick a young duo, between Spain and Germany, Spain having Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams, and Germany having Jamal Musiala and Florian Wirtz, who would you choose?
Oh, man. In terms of pure joy and entertainment, I have to say Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams. And I don't think it's close necessarily for me from an entertainment factor from what I've been watching. I mean, Nico Williams, they just opened up the dam in that second half versus Georgia. Georgia had him with that own goal in the first, but then they just poured it on. And Lamine Yamal gets his just desserts.
So they're better. So you'd pick?
I think I picked them better, even though Jamal Musiala is what do we say, a hat trick away from potentially winning a golden boot.
No, it's 3 goals already. Jamal Musiala right now is in the golden boot race. It's real, and Kai Havertz with 2.
It's true.
So at the end of the day, he could finish as the top goal scorer of Die Mannschaft.
But you already mentioned Spain, Germany. You already mentioned where the difference lies between the two, and right now the difference lies in that defense, right? And that defense has been rock solid, and what all the other good defenses within the Euros at the moment. France and England, believe it or not, right? Even Germany you can throw in there. They don't have great offenses right now. Germany does. That's the difference. Spain absolutely does. They're a dynamo. They're phenomenal right now. They have the offense, they've got the defense, they've got the goalkeeping, they've got the team chemistry. When I look at it, I feel like it is ripe, it is ready for Spain because Kai Havertz for me is too much of a question mark up front.
In German soil, you're saying that Spain's going to win.
I am. That definitely can't be ignored, the X factor of being in Spain. And being in Germany, but I don't think Spain cares.
And both these teams are going to be in the World Cup contenders. Spain and Germany with Lamine Yamal, Nico Williams, Wirtz, and Jamal Musiala, older players. Game-changing experience. So you're going with Spain?
Yes.
You know, I'm going with Spain too. Even though I do consider Julian Nagelsmann the best manager in Euros 2024, I go with Spain to win this game. And something I wanted to state, and I think Nagelsmann deserves a lot of credit for having this decision. He put Leroy Sané starting the last game.
He did.
Florian Wirtz was on the bench. I wouldn't see Southgate making a choice like this. He must have the justification in the group because no one questions the authority of a young coach, Julian Nagelsmann.
True.
So he justifies with Wirtz not playing, and they win.
Yeah.
And now in the big game, they need him. And Nico Williams will have a tough test against Joshua Kimmich. Very tough test. So if I were to pick between Lamine Yamal, Nico Williams, Florian Wirtz, Jamal Musiala,
Yes.
I'd go Wirtz and Jamal Musiala.
Okay.
Even though I agree with you, the most exciting duo in Euro 2024, Nico and Lamine. And I hope, Nico, I know you're happy in Atletico de Bilbao. I hope you go to Barca. I hope you, I think you agree with me.
Pull those levers, whatever levers we're talking about now. Pull them, get it done. But Nico's pretty comfortable at Bilbao.
And a huge variable too. Last mention, obviously, Rodri having a goal in the last game. Rodri, best defensive mid in the world. No doubt. First time in person, I'm stating that next to you.
It's not that surprising for me because I've heard you talk. Yeah.
But João Palhinha, a great game in the last one.
It was
But
a great
yes,
game.
but yes,
Best
Rodri.
player on the pitch for them.
Exactly. But I want to state every Germany game from now on, and now against Spain too, just makes it a must-watch. It could be Toni Kroos's last game.
It could be. Yeah.
Toni Kroos's last game, a 6-time Champions League winner. The fact that Nagelsmann convinced him to come back shows the quality and the belief that they could win this competition.
It could also be Manuel Neuer's.
Last Euros, true.
Right, last Euros. That's my X factor in this because even if the defense is minorly unstable, not unstable, even if that's the case, if Neuer has one of his stand on the top of your head type of situations, which is perfectly in his wheelhouse, then this game gets tied up because he is still better. Unai Simon has been great, but Manuel Neuer is a legend.
True.
An absolute legend, and it's calling for it. And this is the type of game where it needs to happen because there will be a barrage of both goals.
I could see it happen. Could see it happening. Yeah. And Ter Stegen's on the bench, and David Raya's on the bench. So the options in this game, unreal. But let us know your predictions down below. I'm going to go with Spain winning 3-1 with a masterclass of Lamine Yamal because they will need something that Germany hasn't seen before, and that's going to be a really good test.
And let me ask you the question because I'm pretty sure that we both have the same answer here. If Germany goes out in the quarterfinals on home soil, right,
yes,
with the expectations that came in, but they lose to Spain, who very clearly has been the most entertaining, one of the best, most complete teams so far at the Euros. Nagelsmann's job is not
safe. Okay. Very safe for what has been shown. And the first game against Scotland, the world was like different Germany. Right. Different Germany. Yeah, this is not the Germany of the World Cup. And it's because of Nagelsmann, which he's signed until 2026. Okay. So in the World Cup, we're going to see Julian Nagelsmann there. Hopefully we have the chance to chat with him. That would be a privilege here at FC Wonderkid or Wirtz. Nice. Any player. Or Jamal Musiala, which... Jamal Musiala could be, let's see, the best player in that tournament one day. True. Predictions 3 years time, but let us know yours down below for Spain, Germany. Now going here with another game, Netherlands, Turkey. How are you feeling here, Bretson? Because I'm gonna say that Turkey game was the most exciting game in this competition, Turkey, Austria.
I'd agree with you. I'd say whoever it was that they played in the game that was 3-2, where Arda Güler scored that wonder goal, that would be up there for me. So basically, Turkey, all I have to do is give you massive kudos for showing
against Georgia 3-1.
There it was. I thought it was Georgia, but I didn't want to misstate.
Got you.
I mean, I think this is a massive step forward for Turkey, especially because they've been playing their young bucks, right? They've been playing their young guys. They've been giving them not quite the keys to the kingdom, but they've been trusting them to step it up. And these guys are of a different DNA, it seems. Arda Güler is of different DNA. I mean, trying half-court shots, which is a thing of his.
He likes scored to do one.
That. Yeah, and... even Kenan Yildiz off the bench, you do have a lot to be excited about. With that said, maybe I'm a little biased with Austria. I really do think Austria lost a game that they should have won. Marie Demiral came up at the exact right time, because I don't know the last time he scored for them. And I know he's, what is he, El Ali now? El Ali, I think? Okay. It feels like a long time ago we were talking about him at Juve, at Atalanta.
Yeah.
Yep. It is great to see, regardless of what happens in this match, it is wonderful to see Turkey trusting that youth and getting return from it.
True.
Because we've seen this before.
In like
right?
Turkey's second country because of the proximity. The Turkish fans, it's full.
It's true.
It's full. Friends of mine that went to see Portugal,
like
Turkey, they said it's 75% Turkish fans.
That's crazy.
And Ronaldo fans.
Well, and with that said, though, Netherlands, with a couple missteps, I guess you could say, in this tournament, they're starting to learn. And the floodgates opened up. Cody Gakpo starts to look like Arjen Robben on the wing every now and again. Xavi Simons, he is leading the tournament with 3 assists.
True.
For me, I think Netherlands wins this. I don't know. I like this game so much because it is incredibly even.
Got you.
Virgil van Dijk still hasn't shown up for me in terms of his, legendary whatever. Mickey van de Ven, that whole defense is a lot shakier than it should be.
True.
And Turkey is confident.
True.
Very confident. But I'm still going to go with the Netherlands in this one.
I understand. And well pointed with what you said with Montella. Montella has done a great management of this team. Arda Güler didn't start every game of Turkey. So Montella had the tough choice and the right choice of having him not starting, in my point of view, against Portugal, definitely.
Yeah.
It was good for us. That's what I'm going to say. I'm joking. But serious note, I agree with what you said. Orkun Kokcu improved massively in this tournament. Demiral, Kenan Yildiz started some games. Arda Güler is now felt. The whole heartbeat of Turkey as the best player of this national team.
Where's that heart on his sleeve? Would you like? I know the video that I'm thinking of is he had bottles raining down on top of him from Austrian fans as he was going over to take a corner. That corner ended up being Demiral's goal. He turned around and did his
the celebration.
This kid's 19, 20, right? Playing for Real Madrid, already starring for Turkey. We need to say it right.
Yes.
It is not Turkey anymore. It's Turkey. Whatever happens here, though, I think the Netherlands will win. Turkey is in good hands. They are going to be fun to watch in 2026. And we have said this before, previous tournaments, right? Last Euros, you and I got burned by Turkey.
It's true.
Right?
It's true.
So maybe this is different. Maybe we're getting into new territory, and I hope it is. And I think the Netherlands is on the rise.
It's an exciting game.
It is.
It's an exciting game, and this is the prediction, my main prediction with the Netherlands, Turkey. It's going to be very exciting to watch, just like Georgia was, and just like the last game of Turkey was just that with Austria, okay? Kenan Yildiz, Arda Güler could make the difference, but on the other end, we could see Xavi Simons make a blockbuster game, and then Xavi Simons is the most talked transfer for at least 1 or 2 weeks, because will Bayern Munich get Xavi Simons? That'd be a great move. Jamal Musiala, Olise, Xavi Simons with a statement win against Turkey, which is possible, okay?
It is.
Very possible. Yeah. My prediction is Netherlands beating Turkey 2-1. Wow. I think it's going to be a tight game.
I'll say 3-2. I want goals. I want more goals, and you've got Daniel Malen scoring right now.
True.
The only one we're waiting for is Memphis Depay.
Oh, yes. So. Cody Gakpo is being the best player in the Netherlands national team, no doubt. Where's Depay? Where are the goals, Depay? Xavi Simons can be. There's a good contest that Joy Veerman. We hope more. Bart Verbruggen's having a good tournament.
He is having a good tournament.
Next World Cup, we now expect Bart Verbruggen. So it's looking not the best, but it's looking good enough to win this game and go to the semifinals.
Before we move on, the statistic that I had read, there's only 3 teenagers ever to register a goal and an assist in the same Euro.
Got you.
Right? One was Cristiano Ronaldo, 2004, as a 19-year-old. The other was
Wayne Rooney
in the exact same tournament, 2004, as an 18-year-old. And this next one is Arda Güler.
Special.
Arda Güler.
Turkey's finest. First Champions League winner, Turkish born.
Oh, wow.
So that was the first, and he picked the right club. But now, a game that going to predict there's not going to be a lot of goals in this one. England, Switzerland. Will we see a surprise in this game that is Switzerland beating England? It could happen. How are you feeling, Bretson?
I feel for England. I did get to watch that one. I said, I'm here with my family. I'm here with some kids. So I didn't get to watch everything in its entirety. We watched that one in its entirety at Timeout Market. That was not encouraging. It was. Jude Bellingham can play a game as a ghost and then show up with a bike, and everybody is absolutely effusive and happy for him for the most part. And that's in his DNA, which is great. That is wonderful for England fans, because that is exactly what you want. You want a guy that pops up when you least expect it. But ultimately, England would be nowhere without their defense.
And without Jude Bellingham right now, as it seems too. Because those needed goals happened when Jude Bellingham came up.
It's true.
But yeah, it's true. First things first, Jude Bellingham having a poor game until the 93rd minute and scoring a goal, historical, that goal, before Euros start, that goal's going to be in the ads.
It is.
It's historic. Yep. Like, people will stop and say, "Oh, the Jude Bellingham goal in that Euros, that was, we would have lost to Slovakia, mate." And people will say, "This guy's bonkers. That can't be true," but it happened, okay? So people 20 years from now watching this video, maybe, that happened, okay? Jude Bellingham making the difference at that moment, and that's why. I think Vinicius Jr. was the best player in the world of football, club level, but Jude Bellingham right now is in pole position to win the Ballon d'Or, and it's not because of the way he's playing in the Euros. It's just because when it's needed, he came up, and we realized that England's not playing for their full potential because of Southgate, not because of Jude Bellingham. Foden doesn't look good. Kane doesn't look good. Bellingham doesn't look good. Saka doesn't look good. Too many players don't look good that for their clubs, top level. So Southgate is the big question. Will Southgate drop Saka for this game? Drop Foden? Drop Jude Bellingham? Will someone be dropped, Breton, before Switzerland?
If it was anyone but Southgate, I think they would be dropped for sure. The issue is, I think Southgate is the reason why they don't play to their strengths. Saka has not looked like Saka.
Maybe he should play left back, Saka.
He might have to. I mean, that's a glaring error for them. Their center back partnership has been phenomenal. I think Pickford is always a solid backstop. But yeah, that left back it's a question mark. Right now, Saka doesn't look like the Saka that we know. Phil Foden, there's a lot of these fun kind of tongue-in-cheek TikToks going around where it's all the England fandom processing the fact that Gareth Southgate only wants sideways passes and backwards passes.
Oh yes, I saw that. Yeah, with Foden.
Great content, by the way, right? Because I feel it in my bones too. Because I think Greg Berhalter, like, to a lesser extent, because England is a much bigger job, obviously, but you can feel that, because that's what it feels like. Bukayo Saka feels like he's been hijacked. It feels like Phil Foden has been hijacked. It feels like that lack of expression, it takes away what makes them the best of themselves.
Or more accountability, I'd even say. Because if Foden or Saka are having a bad game, why doesn't Cole Palmer come in? Yeah. People don't have bad days for Gareth Southgate's mind. Only Maguire in the past. Only Calvin Phillips had good games in the past, or good days. That's embarrassing.
But when has he ever won a game tactically? He doesn't win games tactically.
Exactly.
He thinks he's one-dimensional, which is exactly why people think that he is the ceiling.
And England's playing the most tactical team maybe in the competition until now. We would have said Austria with Ralf Rangnick, but this team with Switzerland, Xhaka is the manager on the pitch, and he's in my team of the tournament until now. So England fans, mega warning. This is the thing. I said it now briefly. Southgate must show that he makes changes on the spot with what he's seeing in the game. If he's seeing Saka, Foden, Bellingham not having the best of games, change it around immediately if you're losing the game. Drop these players. Cole Palmer not coming in, or Cole Palmer having the minutes that he's having with the impact he's always shown when he's on the pitch. Kobe Maino's always shown. Like, the choices are wrong by Gareth Southgate, and that's why it's clear in my mind, if they go to the final, England, they sack Gareth Southgate, even though if they want to win the World Cup. They will not win the World Cup, England, with a stronger Portugal, with a stronger Spain, with a stronger Germany, a stronger Brazil. Yeah. We think Brazil's going to be stronger. I think Argentina might not be as strong.
Yeah, that's true.
But these other national teams will be definitely stronger, so England's best chance is now. React now.
Well, yeah. I know that the Cole Palmer for Chelsea type of catalyst, right, effect. you can't just automatically say it's going to happen with England. But in the small sample sizes that we have seen, he has shown it. And I do feel that this is the type of game against a Switzerland who has seasoned vets all up and down it. I mean, man, we haven't really even talked about Akanji's tournament. Manuel Akanji has had a phenomenal tournament.
Best center back in the competition, Akanji.
Okay, and right across the other way. I mean, I think John Stones and Mark Gahey have been absolutely phenomenal. So it really does come down to whether or not there can be big chances created.
True.
Clear-cut chances. England has not shown that all tournament.
True.
Not once. They were out. I know expected goals aren't everything. Don't get me wrong. But when you look at a game, it's one of the only ways, aside from the eye test, aside from watching it all, that you can look at and you can say, oh, yeah, was Slovakia out XG'd England?
True.
Wasn't even really that
expected
close.
Goals completely,
It wasn't even that close. And you almost felt for Slovakia at the end. That needs to change. There needs to be a spark. There needs to be somebody. And in Arsenal's case, in Manchester City's case, sometimes that's been Phil Foden. Sometimes that's been Bukayo Saka. But they are snake-bitten under Gareth Southgate. So, yes, I agree. It needs to be Cole Palmer that is given a shot.
Which will improve maybe Harry Kane's numbers. Anthony Gordon having more minutes than what he's being shown right now. Yeah. And the most important player of England, this is a question I want to do to you guys too. Comment down below, who do you think is the most important player? Jude Bellingham has shown that he can be the most important player of England, but Declan Rice for me in this tournament has been the most consistent player and the best player with Gareth Southgate. So a lot of worrying signs in my point of view. John Stones, Declan Rice, Jude Bellingham. I think these are the top 3 performers this Euros we've seen with England. And we need a Foden. You need a Harry Kane. You need a Cole Palmer, a Saka, if you're going to beat these other national teams that I don't think that'll be the case. And if England was going to win Euro 2024, they for sure have to beat a team like Switzerland. Even though Xhaka only has like 2 defeats in 2 years or something like that. Ridiculous record. Because Xhaka is the difference maker in any team. England have to show up in this game. And I think I'm going to say Switzerland wins after extra time. So this goes to extra time, Switzerland, England, and I think Switzerland wins this game.
I can't go 3-2. I can't go 3 for 3 with you. I can't do it. So it all comes down to survive and advance, right? England has shown so far, they were at death's doorstep. Maybe that's a wake-up call. Maybe that gets them moving. Maybe they all start, I don't know, maybe they mutiny Southgate and they just honestly start playing the way that they need to play. But Switzerland at the same time has game changers when it comes to these big tournaments. Breel Mbolo has scored massive goals.
Vargas played a great game.
Vargas played a phenomenal game. Fabian Rieder had a pretty good game. I'm excited to see him because I don't know where the heck he went when he moved to Stade Rennes. You will see him in the Bundesliga next season. The other one, Shaqiri. Chicago Fire's legend. No, just kidding. That's going southward.
MLS legend.
But Shaqiri, as we had mentioned previously, and Ronaldo still has not scored at this tournament, correct?
True, still hasn't.
Sheridan Shaqiri is the only one alive that has scored in the last 3 Euros and the last 3 World Cups.
Come on, Cristiano will.
This is about big game moments. And that's what needs to happen on the England side of things. My gut tells me Switzerland wins because they have that core of winners. England has winners, just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. It hasn't felt right all tournament, but I think they'll survive. I think they're cockroaches. I think they're going to figure it out. Okay. I think England will scrape by. I'm going to go the opposite side of the coin. I'm going to say 2-2, but in extra time, England wins.
England wins.
I'm sorry, it'll be
that'd be definitely a big result. Harry Kane scoring. Who would score? And to be fair, this is the first time Switzerland won a game in the knockout stages in 90 minutes. It was the first time that happened. So Switzerland have a great generation and a generation that I feel want to make history. So that's why I'm picking Switzerland ahead of England. Okay, if it's in terms of individual quality, I'm with Breton. And the last one, the last game, the best for last. France against Portugal. We're going to watch it together here Friday. It's going to be mad. And what I got to say firsthand, it's N'Golo Kante has made a big difference defensively for sure in this national team. only 1 goal suffered in the competition, just like Spain. N'Golo Kante, 2 man of the match, and he wasn't with the national team since 2022.
Yeah.
It seems like he never left. That's how good he's playing. And I think Kante, Tchouaméni will start with Theo, Upamecano, Saliba, Jules Koundé, man of the match in the last game against Netherlands, and Mike Magna in goal. I think that will be the defense against Portugal. 4-3-3.
Griezmann hasn't woken up yet.
True.
Mbappe hasn't woken up yet. They have what? How many open
3
play
goals?
Okay, but
0.
how many open play goals? There it is.
0 open play goals.
Now, what's keeping them in this is the same thing that's keeping England in this. It's the same thing that is keeping Portugal in this
Not
too.
really.
I mean, there are goals.
Diogo Costa.
But the defense, the defense. You can make a lot of mistakes in this French side because that defense is very lock tight. Portugal, however, no, I don't want to say anything disrespectful, Alex.
No, you should. You should say what you feel with this. What I got to say with France,
I think Cristiano Ronaldo is a net negative moving forward. There's too much of a focus on the man when he's on the pitch because he commands that presence.
And because of Cristiano, we lose to France.
I think there's more of a likelihood that a Griezmann and an Mbappe, a Giroud, has that collective impact because it's still spread out team-wise. Hell, you have N'Golo Kante. I would have never guessed that it would be N'Golo Kante running it back. Griezmann will run it back. Giroud will run it back. Mbappe will run it back because it seems a little more for the crest than right now what that game, that Portugal game versus Slovenia felt. It felt like everybody funneling the ball to Ronaldo saying, get his goal, get his goal, get his goal.
The team was a bit anxious, Portugal, definitely.
That's what it felt like, right?
It did.
They need to be able to express themselves beyond Ronaldo, and that's really hard to do with him on the pitch, but he's not going anywhere.
So you would start Gonçalo Ramos against France?
There's no way in heck, no way, Roberto Martinez is starting Gonçalo Ramos.
But
will
you
go with
would
Ronaldo.
do that?
I would do that, yes.
Why?
Because I feel like as a collective, you guys will be better. It'll be more the Vitinha show. Exactly what I think it needs to be in the future. Ronaldo's not around in 2026.
I think he'll go to the World Cup.
Oh my God.
Not the next Euros, but I think he's going to the World Cup.
And this isn't to disrespect Ronaldo in any way, shape, or form. It just feels like
not
the
as a
spotlight
person.
is only on him. The crying, which I appreciate the emotion and everything. There's just something about Portugal is so much better as a team now. This isn't Ronaldo leading Portugal. This is literally Portugal has some of the most world-class players in every position all across the board. None of them are the next Ronaldo. And that's what you want. You will win tournaments
I want
once
the
you
next
figure that out.
Ronaldo after. I like Mbappe to be French. I respect Mbappe and I respect our players. I hope Rafael Leão matches the potential of Kylian Mbappe.
Okay.
Hopefully, okay?
Yeah.
But I disagree with you in this tournament, personally. Cristiano Ronaldo, for me, should start against France because look at the effect, too. Like, this is a fragile French national team offensively. And defensively, they're locked in. And if they're locked in defensively, a bad way to prep-wise, Ronaldo, maybe it's not too easy. Saliba, speed-wise, maybe he can anticipate, but I still think Ronaldo can have an edge. And I think Portugal is going to play with a 4-3-3 against the 4-3-3, defensive 4-3-3 of Didier Deschamps. And it's sad, yes. Cristiano Ronaldo, seeing him in tears, seeing Diogo Costa getting that extra motivation, seeing Vitinha being subbed off when he shouldn't have been subbed off. Even Rafael Leão too. I wouldn't have subbed him off. That's something I point fingers to Roberto Martinez. But until now, only one official loss, and it was with the substitutes with Georgia. So Roberto Martinez, I cannot say he's not doing a good job because until now we've shown good results, and we're in the quarterfinals against France right now. Yep. And I think in terms of managers, Roberto Martinez will be the manager of Portugal in the World Cup. If Didier Deschamps loses this game to Portugal, he's not the manager in the World Cup. I think Zidane is the French national team manager in the next World Cup in 2026. Yeah. That would be the right move in my point of view because offensively, this team doesn't look good.
No.
Camavinga, Griezmann is not playing the same. Mbappe, Master Mbappe, I think just like you, it's having an effect on him.
I agree.
They need more Barcola. They need more of the youth. Warren Zaire-Emery. So that's why I believe we can win this game, Breton. I'm going to say Portugal beats France. Because of this fragile offense. Okay. Yes, only one goal suffered, but we have players to score. Bruno, Bernardo Silva need a reaction game. Cristiano Ronaldo. It would be poetic for Ronaldo to score against Kylian Mbappe. That is now going to Real Madrid in his final Euros. only player to play in 6 Euros and only player to score in 6 Euros. I think it will happen. I cannot put my bets against Cristiano. I cannot, Breton.
All I'm going to have to say is in this match, Diogo Costa is going to have to make some saves in regular time. He's going to have to match Mike Maignan.
True. Well said.
And it's going to be more so a battle of the midfields. That Palhinha versus N'Golo Kante, getting leverage on either end, that's going to be absolutely massive.
Cancelo Mbappe?
Cancelo Mbappe will be fun.
Palhinha's going to be helping Cancelo 100%. That's going to be really tough.
But we have said, this French team, we talk about their depth all the time, but that depth is a lot more limited on the attacking side than it is on that defensive side, right? We've talked about Ibrahima Konate, who hasn't really been too much of a part. Lenny Yoro, who's not on this team but is the future. Then there's all these other center backs, Evan Ndika, all these other ones that we could talk about. You could list 15 of them. But on the attacking side of things, it's been tough. Not really, because they've rode the same horses.
Desiree from Stade Rennes going to Bayern. Matisse Tell. Offensively, they're not looking not as bad as Italy though. Right. Italy offensively in terms of academies, Francesco Camarda is the messiah. Honestly, he scored 2 goals against us under 17 Euros. He's a great talent that you guys must be aware at FC Wonderkid. Francesco Camarda.
He should have just
for the experience.
Throw him on the last 15 minutes. I mean, Scamacca and Retegui.
He's not like Hendrik. Hendrik still had more experience first team, and yes, was important for Palmeiras to get that result. So what are your predictions here, Brett?
I think France goes muscle memory on us. I think France's defense winds up keeping
muscle memory. They lost to us in 2016.
Well, that was 2016, yes.
In which we won the Euros.
Then they lost to Switzerland the last time around. This defense is tough. I'm going to say it's penalties again.
Penalties again? Diogo Costa. Portugal.
I'll say it's Mike Maignan's time to shine in penalties. What I would like to see, though, is a goal fest. I'd like all this stuff we're talking about, a fragile offense, and Cristiano Ronaldo not having his goal. I want to be wrong about all that. I would love to see 3-2, something like that. It's not happening.
So you think Cristiano's not going to score against France?
I don't think he's going to score against France.
And France played Belgium, Austria, Netherlands, and they haven't suffered a goal. They suffered to Poland in a penalty. So stats-wise, Cristiano's not having the stats with him. That's not something he's used to, but I'll bet on Cristiano.
It's a nice narrative, right?
Mbappe and Cristiano scoring goals in a game, mate, against each other.
It's more likely he gets his penalty.
Oh.
It's more likely he gets his penalty.
Which he did, but it didn't go through. And what I got to say, last thing with Portugal, that I'm really happy about it's in this competition, I feel like Diogo Costa is now here. Nuno Mendes is now here. Vitinha is now here. Slowly, the new core, the youth are playing better and delivering with us. Gonçalo Inácio will too. João Neves will too. António Silva hopefully will return better, in 2 to 4 years' time in other important competitions. So I'm very happy for the incredible development done by our federation and by our top academies in Portugal. Must give credit to them.
I'm excited for when they lead. I want them to lead. I want that spotlight off of Ronaldo, and I want them to lead. Because we're all talking about whether or not Ronaldo gets his goal.
And Rafael Leão should get the goal too.
Yeah.
Rafael Leão. I would like to see Rafael Leão outperforming Kylian Mbappe in the competition. And that would be a huge statement. He knows them well. He played in Lille, just like Nuno Mendes plays for PSG and Vitinha, Gonçalo Ramos, many factors. But let us know. Hopefully, you're listening until now. And if you are, like this video. Thank you, Miragem, for allowing us to film the quarterfinals predictions right here. And yes, comment down below. Go bold. Like this video. You may think the like's insignificant. It isn't. Every like is important for us because we want to go bold and we need your help to go bold. Thank you so much for listening until now. And thank you, Breton, for those predictions because some of them definitely weren't easy. Try yourselves down below, people.